Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be discussing something new. Today's video is revolving around a rotation proof Esper list. And the reason why it's Esper because it was my first go-to choice when I'm thinking about a rotation proof deck for the new standard or the upcoming standard at the very least. In my opinion, I think Esper is going to take the lead. Of course, that's yet to be determined, and that's just an opinion of mine. I think Esper is going to be the contender of the number 1 and 2 spots when it comes to the most popular deck in the new standard. And I think Esper has multiple ways, despite of some missing cards like Vanishing Verse. I think it'll have multiple ways of actually contending and being a very popular deck. So I decided today on stream to make a Esper basically rotation proof list that also doesn't include the pathways or the rest of the lands here. Of course, the mana is just not good at the moment, so for the time being, this is going to have to do until we either get some new lands off of the new set Dominaria United, or we end up just figuring something out with these, right? So this is my version for a rotation proof Esper list that utilizes Raffine along with some Planeswalkers, and this list is no joke so far. So today we're playing 2 Spell Pierce, 1 March of Otherworldly Light, 1 March of Wretched Sorrow, 2 Fateful Absence as some sort of basically bad replacement for Vanishing Verse to make disappear, and make disappear on pairing it with Tainted Adversary, since we can easily sacrifice the zombie off of the adversary here. 2 Infernal Grasp and 3 Tainted Adversary, because I really think this is a very decent 2-drop for Raffine here. Nobody would want to block this as long as they value their creature, unless they're chumping it, of course, and putting +1 counter on this to get attention off of the Raffine would be pretty good for us. 2 Underdog is very straightforward. Aspirant is going to be taken out because Aspirant is rotating out. 2 Bankbusters for the value and against Izzet decks and stuff like that. 2 Meathook Massacres, 3 Graveyard Trespassers, because with Reckoner Bankbuster you absolutely need a 3-drop that can crew it, just for the curve, right? So you can hit things on curve. 2 Katos. I still think Kato is an amazing Planeswalker, especially in lists like these, right? Lists that have creatures in them, lists that are relatively low curve and aggressive. 4 Raffines and 1 Void Rend. Of course, Void Rend can gain more popularity the sooner Vanishing Verse leaves, but it's still a 3 mana removal spell that's not as fast as Vanishing Verse in my opinion, but it's more versatile than Vanishing Verse because it just destroys all non-land permanents. It has its ups and downs just like Vanishing Verse, but still I think it's a pretty good removal piece nonetheless. 3 Wandering Emperors, 2 Elspeth Resplendent, and 1 Ao the Dawn Sky. I think Ao is very good here. It's my opinion to put Ao here. Loth is going to be rotating out, so you'll no longer see these kind of lists with like a one-off Loth, even though Loth was an amazing card. Elspeth here is staying, and I think Elspeth is still pretty good here in this list. I also think Wandering Emperor is going to rise in popularity even more, and that's of course unless they hit it with a nerf, right? But it's very unlikely here because there are multiple cards that are popular in standard. I think the most popular card has to be Fable. I don't know if it still is, but I think Fable is going to continue to be put in a multitude of decks. Anyway, within the mana base here, of course, we don't have any pathways. We only have lands that are not rotating. Within the mana base here, we have Raffine's Tower. We have some tapped lands here that we can draw cards off of. Of course, we have the dual lands because they're not rotating out, but the pathways are gone, sadly. And Swamps, Otawara, Aiganjo, manlands are going to rotate as well, which is a plus for standard, because Hive was just very annoying, and like this puts a dent in the aggro players' game plan, right? They absolutely need manlands to sometimes finish off their games. Within the sideboard here, these are all cards that I was thinking about that are rotation proof, cards that I was thinking of including into this list, cards that are not important for me anymore. I think this is the list that I'm happy to stick with, and I think for an Esper list, this is decent so far. This list can really combat whatever the ladder has. What you can do here is fix the mana, include the pathways until the rotation happens, and then when the rotation happens, you can take out the pathways and include either the new lands, which we'll see how it works out. Or if there are no new lands, then we'll just do what we can with this. But I'm pretty sure with Dominaria there's going to be some new lands that are going to replace the pathways in a way. With that being said, this list has been decent for me so far. It's not, an undefeated list by any means, of course. It's still a rotation-proof list, so still missing some key components like Vanishing Verse and stuff like that you are going to face against before rotation. So keep that in mind. Of course, you can play stuff like Vanishing Verse and stuff that are going to rotate, but not yet. You can play a Loath for now, but then once it rotates, I'm just trying to give you a clear idea. Of course, the list is going to change as well once Dominaria is out, because I'm pretty sure there are going to be cards in that set that are just going to benefit the Esper lists even more. So we'll have to see. This is my idea of rotation proof. I hope you guys enjoy it. It was definitely very fun playing this on stream, and with that being said, enjoy the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down in the description, support the channel by becoming a patron, by becoming a member. And with that being said, thank you so much to everyone that's been supporting the channel so far, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Enjoy your time, and I'll see you guys later with another one. Okay, bye. Yeah, we also forgot to fix the lands. I hate opening with a 2-land hand, but this one is unkeepable. Just too much expensive stuff, right? Tapped, untapped, untapped. Okay. Turn 2, turn 3. Trespasser out. How can you take out the Trespasser? Alright, I'll take out the removal. Alright. This is a pretty good hand. This is a perfect example of turn 2 creature, turn 3 Raffine on the play. Let's just see how it works. Oh, the mana is the issue though. So we're not even gonna do that yet. The mana is the issue. Frustrating. No more turn 2 creature. They're playing black aggro because they have this card, right? Alright, Trespasser first, because if they were to remove a creature, I'd rather the Trespasser gets removed. Also, they discard a card, right? Also, we can attack with the Trespasser next turn while having Raffine here. I don't think we can attack anymore, but we can make something happen here. If they double block, it's fine. We also need one more white source for Elspeth. Yeah, the mana is just screwed. But it's okay. They have a March in hand, or maybe Village Rites. That's interesting. And if they're playing these creatures, then they're playing removal heavy, right? Alright, I hope they double block. They'll probably double block like this, right? Yeah. Alright, that's fine. We killed that first, obviously, because that gets bigger. We're just trying to play as rotation proof as possible with the mana that we already have currently, which is not good so far. Another Berserker, sure. Whenever you cast your second spell, put a +1 counter and they gain Menace. Okay, this is pretty good for them. Let them attack. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna take the block. I think it's important for me to take the block like this. They can tempo us out, I think. I need a Meat Hook Massacre. Nice. Alright. And we need an untapped land, right? That's why I didn't play Elspeth this turn. Alright. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about that. It's fine. Alright, now they're in desperation mode. Rotten Reunion. Interesting. What a very interesting list here. If we minus the Elspeth, we can't attack. A Vigilant Raffine. We have to save the Void Rend. Yeah, Meathook Massacre was definitely a top end here. Or a top deck. That was pretty good. Let's see if they have removal for the Raffine. At least if they do, they won't kill our Elspeth, right? Yeah, now that's not rotation proof, but it's fine. Okay, that was actually perfect for them. We need another Trespasser as well, so now we're running 3 Trespassers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Yikes. Okay, so this gives us a chance to look with the Elspeth, right? Since they're no longer threatening the loyalty on her. Alright, they played it just to draw a card. Sure. Their draining isn't really working thanks to the Meathook Massacre. Now that's a top deck, right? Alright, let's look with Elspeth here. Oh man, alright. That's it. That's pretty good. Tainted Adversary can dodge black removal now, which is pretty good. Chris has a wrench now too? Yes. Alright. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. We're gonna hold on to this Wandering Emperor, right? Because they have Tenacious Underdog. They're trying to threaten the Elspeth here, or at least they should. Yeah. We call them Spanners, where I come from. Alright, so there's a possibility that they might... Okay, that's how they attacked. Let's assign blockers. We need Elspeth, right? We really do. We're gonna lose the shield counter on the adversary here, but at least we're doing something. Now they might have removal for the adversary here. Extract the truth. Okay. Alright. That's pretty bad. Let's see what we can do here. They can double block, but we end up killing all of their creatures here. Yeah. That's a bad block for them. Okay. So we're running 25 lands, and we're facing some sort of land issue here. So what if we run... Yeah, they killed the Wandering Emperor. That's fine. They're not going after Elspeth. They're almost dead. If they don't have removal for this, they're dead, right? They probably do. Oh, that's game. Okay. Pretty good so far. Alright. So far, Tainted Adversary has been good. Nice. Awful. Just the Raffine. I'm gonna keep this, but this is bad. So hopefully we top deck a turn, a 2-mana creature. Alright, no negate, no spell pierce. As soon as I see blue, I'm probably thinking of... You played well. I appreciate that, Kyler. Thank you. Control. That's a pretty good draw. But it's Esper, so they probably run... I'm going home now. Maybe I'll be able to catch the stream once I arrive. Take care, everyone. Drive safe, Nicholas. Drive safe. So Esper, they foretold. That's probably Esper control. GG's if we can't find a negate or anything else for that matter. Man, we're walking right into a Jouari here. Yeah. No interaction. That's a counter spell. I'm just gonna pass. They're probably running... Okay. They found the land. I was gonna say they're... really? What? Okay. Nice. Alright, we need to hold up one more white source here. Next turn should be very decent for us. If they don't remove the Raffine, that is. Hopefully we can top deck a Spell Pierce. Another Raffine. That's okay. Let's see if they have something for this. Oh, they probably have a Wandering Emperor here. Oh, yeah. They have a Wandering Emperor here. They're going extra heavy on the white. No, Dino. I think the bots are targeting everyone. So we can't really attack like that. We can attack with the Raffine only. So I'm just going to attack with the Raffine here. That's a Wandering Emperor for sure. For sure. I don't want them exiling my underdog. So let's just attack with the Raffine. Gotta play smart here. Even though attacking with both of these would give the Raffine more value. Okay. It's whatever. We're gonna draw an extra card anyway with the underdog. And we have Fateful Absence for a Hullbreaker Horror. Yep. We knew about the Emperor. It's too obvious. Too obvious. Sure. Okay. That's pretty good. Now they have to minus the Emperor again instead of... They can exile the Raffine, but that means it's gonna cost them an Emperor. But it's okay. Wow, okay. So they're plussing the Emperor, which is fine. That's a Doomscar. Or maybe I saw it coming. One of the two at least. They can counter this, can they not? Let's see what they got. Okay. Bankbuster is a draw. Nice. Huh. See what they got. Even if they deal with the underdog, we still have the Raffine to finish off the Emperor, right? Yeah, they let it through, of course. Okay. I'm gonna pass here. I really don't want my Bankbuster to get countered. The only way for us to play against control is if we have as many cards as they do. They're struggling with mana here, which is pretty good. That's also a nice draw. But they probably go after the Raffine here with the Doomscar, since we discarded the other Raffine. But it's okay. We have a pretty good follow-up with a Trespasser and a Bankbuster, so we're always going to have value. That's okay. It's expected. Alright, so I think I lead with the Bankbuster here because it's the most important for me. Alright, no tick, no counterspell, nothing, huh? Pretty good. Alright, now if they want to remove the Trespasser, they have to... Yeah, they have to discard, which is good. Which is good. Okay. So far, we're doing our thing against control. And the nice thing is, Void Rend is very good against Hullbreaker Horror. Unless... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're one turn away from the Horror, right? Let's draw with the Bankbuster. Keep up our card draw. It's very, very important to always draw against control. Kato is a draw. And they flipped the Glutton. Yikes. Our hand is so good. We just need to keep in mind not to get things countered here. They probably do have another Emperor, but let's walk right into that Emperor. Okay? That means they have to discard a card and it taps them out. If they have an Emperor, we can resolve a Kato at least. Let's see what they got. Fateful Absence. Okay. That's also pretty good. Memory Deluge. Yikes. Nice. Okay. That's pretty good. That's a draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can also resolve Elspeth here since they have nothing in hand, right? Yeah. Let's just get them out of the way. Not be very scared of the counter spells. But it does seem like they have something in hand. Vanishing Verse is fine. Yeah, we still get value off of Elspeth at least. I'm gonna get the other Bankbuster here for sure. Bankbuster is gonna keep up our efforts here. Good game. Nice. We beat control. Actually... Man. Like, what do you do against these? That's insane. Put user in timeout? Okay. No black source. Well, I mean, no. Excuse me. We have a black source, but that's a very slow hand. That's scary. Maybe Fateful Absence turn 2, Raffine turn 3. Maybe we can flip the game around that way. But I'm not sure. Alright, a ton of lands here. So it's either a lot of lands or too little. Esper everywhere, right? That's okay. Alright, I'm not going to walk into a counter spell here, or Jwari. If you can play around it, playing the Raffine this turn would not really change anything for us. Yeah, they're just playing a ton, right? So just removal. Your Vanishing Verse is bad, buddy. And your Void Rend, though, is decent. Infernal Grasp is also decent. That's fine. We gotta draw out those removal spells anyhow, right? Let's dodge a March. I think what we need here... I just reported it. Perfect. I appreciate that, Dino. Alright, I think what we need here is one more copy of a counter spell, either Spell Pierce or Negate. Since we're going to adjust our deck according to what we're playing currently on the ladder. Of course, you don't know what you're going to face, but alright. Alright, I'm planning on resolving Elspeth next turn and minusing the Elspeth, so if that's the case, we're just going to kill the Skyclave Apparition so it won't threaten our Elspeth. Alright, even if they counter this, it's fine. We have Takenuma. Let's get value before they Vanishing Verse it or something next turn. Alright, they take the draw. That's fine. That's bad. So far, our hardest matchup has to be Control. Vanishing Verse, expected. So Takenuma is no longer good unless we were planning to get a Raffine here, which doesn't seem like a bad idea. But they Hopeful Initiate. Really? I love that Kato phases out. It buys Kato some time, right? Interesting. I think I'm gonna get Raffine back. I think that's what we should do to apply more pressure. But they're running a ton of removal with a Hopeful Initiate. Man, these lists make zero sense. Okay, so they probably attack that way because of what? A possible Farewell. Farewell wouldn't be all that devastating here. Okay. Alright, we don't need to connive. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. We don't need to discard the other Raffine. I'm gonna keep the other Raffine here because of a possible board wipe. One, two, three, 1, 2. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Probably board wipe incoming here. Aspirant. So they most likely drew bad, right? Because of how late the creatures are. Okay. Really? Alright, so now I think we are discarding the Raffine here. Man, look at these draws. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Block here, block here. Just block there. Okay. And I love Tainted Adversary in this list. Alright, let's draw off of the Kato. A land. That's not bad. Let's kill that. Yeah, they can draw off of it this turn, I forgot, but it's okay. That's fine. Alright, the nice thing is that we still have mana to draw off of Bankbuster, and also We have mana to Void Rend as well, which I think I'm going to do in order for me to protect my Kato here. Kato is like a very important planeswalker for me in decks like these, right? Decks that have creatures and stuff like that. That's unfortunate. All right, let them pay the ward. All right, so white, black. Let's see if we can top deck a negate. No. Okay. All right. Let's see where they put the +1 on the aspirant, on the initiate. Very decisive, huh? On the aspirant. I'm glad they put it on the aspirant, actually. So we kill them next turn with Tenacious Underdog and Meat Hook Massacre. Is that what you're telling me? If they stay open like that without a Wandering Emperor, we just kill them next turn. Okay. So they're going to draw. Not sure whether they're going to have enough or not, or they might have removal in hand, but if it works, we can just attack with the... Okay, this is also pretty good. Let's go for the underdog. Yeah, they have removal for it. Oh. Oh. This is where Bankbuster is insane. GG's. Nice. Man, that has to be really good.